This is a 1921 U.S. Army chemical warfare training film carried out somewhere in the Atlantic Ocean. We see an aircraft spray a toxic chemical trail to create a smoke curtain in front of the USS Tennessee. The half-mile chemtrail is sprayed in front of the ship in 18 seconds to demonstrate that it can quickly and completely block the USS Tennessee from enemy view. The chemical is most likely titanium tetrachloride, a yellowish, non-flammable, corrosive liquid that hydrolyzes readily into a dense white smoke, consisting of droplets of hydrochloric acid and particulates of titanium oxychloride. The smoke will irritate the eyes and the skin and is caustic to the airway and the lungs. It was designed to be sprayed from aircraft to create a vertical smoke screen. And during World War II, it was a favorite smoke generation chemical on warships. Goggles or a respirator should be worn when in contact with this toxic smoke, and full protective clothing should be worn when handling the chemical in order to avoid acid burns on the skin and in the eyes. Now, does this look familiar? Is this the 21st century version of a chemical curtain dropping down on civilian populations? Could some formulation of titanium tetrachloride do this? Look for links in the description box.
Barely a week goes by, but what some researcher tries to scare us or trick us out of research money by claiming that the sky is falling. And with the willing complicity of headline-hungry media, a recent crisis of the month had to do with global warming. An ozone hole is opening up over the United States, we were told, the effects of which were already measurable in an increase in skin cancer. On the contrary, destroying chlorine around the polar vortex has been declining since January. A major objective of a recent shuttle mission was to determine the scope and scale of the so-called ozone hole, and the silence since has been deafening from those whose livelihood depends on creating crises. Recent data from the Upper Atmosphere Research Satellites affirms that any problem is less, it's not greater. Ozone levels fluctuate all of the time, partly because of volcanic activity and solar flares. But MIT's Technology Review has made an exhaustive study of worldwide ocean temperatures since 1851, has concluded that there appears to have been little or no global warming over the past century. In fact, the net rise in world surface temperature during the last century, which was about 1%, almost all occurred before 1940, and that was before aerosols, and that has since been reversed. Former NASA chief Robert Jastrow and former Scripps director William Nierenberg, past president of the American Academy of Sciences, Frederick Seitz, all have concluded in a scathing rebuke of those who make money by predicting global warming, quote, if we allow ourselves to be influenced by press release, we could spend $1 trillion over the next decade destroying what's left of the American economy in an utterly unnecessary attempt to repeal the Industrial Revolution.